Hello, this is again Anil Matthew Varghese from Organal Services. Today is the 9th December 2024. Now, what do I have for you today? Today, I put a newsletter in the Organal Services newsletter, which I post on a regular basis, and it was on the concerned topic of unannounced audits which should be taken critically by all food business operators or food certified operators, organically certified operators, because the reason of requirement of enforcement has brought up the necessity towards making sure the stringency are being increased. It is not for the a kind of process where it pinpoints on good certified business operator, but to make a unified status that this is not a certification where you can make your flaws and deviations and go through by giving the materials to the consumers and misled. No, it does not work out no more. It's going to be a good year, which I see for the year 2025. And this year, it shows a lot of changes inside the food certifications all around the world globally, where there have been a lot of amendments being taken place as per the NOP USD, as well as the European Union and the Indian NOP standards, and other respective standards are there. I cannot highlight every single standards. Now, coming back to the concerned inspection. What is an inspection, first of all? An inspection, is it a necessity or a choice for a certification body? Now, that might be a doubt for a food business operator. Now, we need to understand that an inspection is a process where it validates your unit or your processing unit or your trading unit or your handling unit against the respective guidelines or codex that has been created as per the respective country. Now, for example, if I'm saying the USA, in terms of the organic food certification, they have the NOP USDA guidelines. So they are only, it's an inspection where it checks whether it fulfills, is the unit being effective to the compliance. As we go on, every single respective standards have two types of audits. One is called the annual audit, the other one is called the unannounced audits. Now, the annual audits, as it says so, every single year it has to take place inside your unit, where you need to make sure that if there are any changes within this time, you needed to then, and when it had happened, it had to be updated to the accredited certification body. So the changes do get amended inside the concerned organic system plan, as well as the records of what happened, whether the risk has increased or decreased, or is it still fulfilling and effectively performing as per the integrity of the respective guidelines. Annual audits are mandatory and it takes place every year. Now, there is a particular difference between the NOP USD certification and the other respective countries' certification that you need to check out with me on the latter stage. I will explain to you about that. Now, coming back to the unannounced audits. Unannounced audits could be, it's different, as I say, it's unannounced. It's a certification body knocking on your door, maybe 24 hours before they call you or they will intimate you. You cannot say that you will not be available, because only a concerned knowledgeable person that knows the concerned flow chart or the chain of custody operations of the concerned unit just needs to be there, and it makes a suspicion of risk when you give a concerned saying stating that it's not possible. But if it is a valid reason, you can always put it against them, and it's the discretion of the certification body to decide what to do. But it is a negative impact towards the concerned food processing unit or food handling unit in terms of an unannounced audit, and you neglecting to say I cannot do that. Now the concerned unannounced audits can be of two types. Whether it could be a full check of the whole system. It depends on the risk that they see during the operations or in between certain operations, where they found certain things that needs to be rechecked to make sure that the integrity is well balanced. Now here the whole trail might be checked or will be checked with all the concerned CCPs and CCDs. Then the same way around, it can be maybe a specific requirement that needs to be checked. Like for example, previously they had a risk. They thought that the concerned pest management operator was or has been in regular in different places, been having a chemical contamination, where they found in your place this same concerned operator is subcontractor is being effective, and the chances of any kind of contamination or maybe any kind of contracts that he has submitted feels fraudulent inside the process, where he needs to instigate and make sure that you are not the fault finding from the certification body. We need to understand it is making sure that if there is anything that seems to move away or derail from the requirements, it is corrected in a particular time than making a very critical mistake where the whole material needs to be said no, it cannot be used. So coming back and winding up, there are two types of inspection. There is an annual inspection and there is an unannounced inspection. When we say an annual inspection, it takes place every year, and during this time it is the responsibility of the food business operator or food certified unit to make sure that they had there and then intimated the concerned accredited certification body of any changes that has happened, and that is the reason when they come, they again check the risk or if any kind of changes that has happened, to check that particular requirements of changes, it needs to be implemented inside the system, organic system plan, to make sure that it is recorded. Then when it comes to the unannounced audit, it can be, it as I said, unannounced. It doesn't mean that they will not call you. They will intimate you maybe 24 hours before they come, and you have to make sure that it is all open to check the chain of custody. The consent inspection during this time could be of two types. It can be the whole trail or chain of custody, or it can be a specific part of the concerned CCP that is being verified due to a certain reasons that come up with other concerned complaint, or maybe there was an investigation case, or maybe there was a material that moved from your unit to another unit and it was sold to another country. So there might be many reasons, but to make sure that they nullify the process of root cause analysis is being done, then this also has to be done, that there was no part of integrity broken on your side. It has to be taken in every single place, that the logistic movement of this material is just an example. And so they might check a particular requirement. So hope you understand, hope you found it valuable. If you found it valuable, kindly do the necessary to reshare this consent post for reachability of other people inside the food industry. And for a particular case, this concerned situations of organal services are very specific and niche towards organic food certification consultancy domestically in India as well as globally, and we act based on a remote platform where we are able to reduce the cost hugely, and all the clients have been hugely satisfied, and the network has been passed on. Have a nice day. Take care. Make sure that if you have any doubt, keep me posted, and I will surely to answer on my team to answer you within 48 hours. Have a nice day. Take care.